Welcome to the Nokia Theater at LA Live. Tonight, Access TV goes up close with NBA legend Kobe Bryant and Emmy Award-winning host Jimmy Kimmel. All proceeds from tonight's event support the Kobe and Vanessa Bryant Family Foundation and Cedars-Sinai Sports Spectacular in their efforts to eliminate homelessness throughout Los Angeles. Please welcome our special guest, Mr. Kobe Bryant, and our host for the evening, Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah. Throw just cruising by a jib. All right, it's not weird.
Well, look at this. Thank you. How about that? You don't even have to play. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming. This is Kobe Bryant. He plays for the Lakers. Well, thank you. Have a seat, Kobe.
Thank you.
You guys have a seat, too. Well, first of all, it's a miracle. You're walking, you're up on your feet. I mean, it's incredible.
I feel good.
You do feel good.
I feel great, actually. It's I've been pretty fortunate with the surgery. It's been good moving around.
Can you hear Kobe okay?
Can you hear me now?
That sounds better. I'll translate if there's any trouble. I saw you on Instagram picking up marbles with your toes, so that has to be a good sign, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I'm just gonna just sit here like this. And,
you're right.
I struggle picking up marbles with my toes, but you know, whatever the great Judy Cito tells me to do, I listen, and it's going to get my foot better and get me ready to win the 6-1. So.
Well, I want to start off by reading something that you wrote right after you were injured. You went on Facebook, and you posted a lengthy blog. Yeah. You know what this is?
Oh, yeah.
You said this.
You going to read the whole thing?
No, I'm going to read some of it. This is such BS. All the training and sacrifice just flew out the window with one step that I've done millions of times. The frustration is unbearable. The anger is rage. Why the hell did this happen? Makes no damn sense. Now I'm supposed to come back from this and be the same player or better at 35? How in the world am I supposed to do that? I have no clue. Do I have the consistent will to overcome this thing? Maybe I should break out the rocking chair and reminisce on the career that was. Maybe this is how my book ends.
Yeah.
Maybe Father Time has defeated me. Then again, maybe not. It's 3:30 a.m. My foot feels like dead weight. My head is spinning from the pain meds, and I'm wide awake. Forgive my venting, but what's the purpose of social media if I won't bring it to you real, no image? Feels good to vent, to let it out. To feel as if this is the worst thing ever. Because after all the venting, the real perspective sets in. There are far greater issues and challenges in the world than a torn Achilles. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Find the silver lining and get to work with the same belief, same drive, and same conviction as ever. One day, the beginning of a new career journey will commence. Today is not that day. If you see me in a fight with a bear, pray for the bear. I've always loved that quote. That's Mamba mentality. We don't quit, we don't cower, we don't run, we endure and conquer. So, you're kind of going back. First of all, they must have had you on some great drugs when you wrote that.
Man, you know, it's that good old Vicodin, I guess.
Vicodin, yes. And does anybody consult you before you tweet when you're on Vicodin?
No, I called them. You know, sometimes you just let it out.
Run things
man.
by people.
Well, I mean that post right there was just. I couldn't sleep. Man, I was up and just thinking about everything. It's just. I had
Vanessa
to let it out, man.
Vanessa is so lucky you have Facebook to talk to instead of her in the middle of the night.
She's heard it. She's heard it before, man. She's heard it before.
This is your 18th season. Do you think you played too many minutes last season?
You know, I can't say that I did. I think
you did.
Yeah, I mean, with an Achilles injury, it's just one of those freak situations. I mean, it's tough to really understand or know when that threshold is, and when
Right.
You know, when enough is enough. I mean, it's tough.
Right, that may not have been, well, probably wasn't the reason for the injury, but you got Tim Duncan playing 10 minutes a game less than you're playing. You're in your 18th year. Do you think next season you will play less, you'll be more conservative?
Well, I mean, that's the goal. You know, that's why we, you know, we went out, we got a little younger. We picked up, you know, a couple wing players who I really think are going to, you know, help us tremendously next year, and Nick Young and Wesley Johnson. And, you know, I really look forward to them carrying a significant amount of that weight and, you know, easing the load.
Yeah, we'll see what happens when you get on the court.
Hey man, listen, I could sit back until June, man. Just, you know, I just want that jewelry.
You said you plan to. You said you plan to shatter the record for the quickest recovery time from this injury.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll be playing at the beginning of the season?
I don't know if I'll be ready to, you know, open tonight. I really don't know. I mean, I know I'm really ahead of schedule, and you know, whether I'll be ready to open tonight, I don't know. But I'm planning on coming back as soon as possible.
Has A-Rod visited you in the hospital? He might be able to help.
No, I haven't heard from him.
What did you do while you're laid up in bed for such a long period of time?
Actually, I watched every season of Modern Family.
Modern Family?
Like every season, watched, you know, a bunch of movies, Disney movies, kids. You know, we all just kind of laid in the bed and just watched TV.
It was like you were at home sick from school and mommy was taking care of you.
Exactly. I was eating in the bed and everything. So.
How do you not get fat when you're in bed that much? You'd have to roll me out. I'd be like one of those guys you see on TLC.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm not really a big eater. I like sweets though.
I see. You were live tweeting during
Thank you.
during a Lakers playoff game, and I loved it. I thought it was great. But you said you would never do it again.
Yeah.
Was that your decision, or did the Lakers suggest that you never do it again?
Well, you know, I'm you know, with all due respect, they know I'm a little too stubborn to really tell me anything.
I see.
Like, you know,
yes.
I'm kind of going to do it anyway if I want to do it.
So, do you think they are aware of that?
Yeah.
Because I have that same inclination. If you're told to do something, you feel like you have to do the opposite. It's not even like you just feel like it's almost as if they're taunting you.
No, I mean it wasn't really that big a deal. You know, the ownership didn't have a problem with it, to be honest with you. It was just, I thought it was pretty damn cool. I mean, I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too. I enjoyed when you were tweeting during your 81-point game as well. I mean, that was, you know, to look back at that and to give people that are reading your Twitter account insight into what was going through your head at that time.
Yeah, that was the first time I watched the game. That was the first time watching it.
That was the first time you ever watched a game?
Yeah.
See, that's a big difference between you and I. Is if I were to score even 8 points in a game, it would be on an endless loop at my house. But 81 points.
Yeah, I don't know.
That is, I mean, your grandmother was there for that game.
She was. It was her first time ever watching me play in an NBA game.
And did she think you scored 81 points every single time?
No, her concern was that I was too tired after the game.
Oh, really?
She was more concerned for my health.
You just got back from the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
Did you visit Manny Pacquiao there?
No, I didn't see him. But you know, when we arrived, you know, in our villa, he had his entire staff there.
His staff was there?
His staff, like, you know, his entire staff and the chef and everything. They prepared like this full-on like 10-course meal. It was incredible. It was incredible. And you know, I sat there and stuffed my face. I said I was going to start my diet, but then I decided to start.
So Manny Pacquiao sent you room service, essentially.
Yeah, with the chef. I mean, it was like he set up the whole room. I mean, he just went above and beyond. Man.
You stopped there on the way back from China.
Yeah. You
go to China every year now.
Yeah.
You're very popular in China. Why are you so popular in China?
I don't know. I mean, I've been going to China for years now. I started going out in like 1998 doing camps and clinics and stuff like that. And I don't know. We just.
There's a statue of you. I believe we have a picture of the statue in China.
Uh-oh.
And we're going to bring it up. Now, that's for some reason they put you in Urkel shorts. That's got to be strange to know that in a foreign country, a place where you don't speak the language at all, they've erected a statue of you.
Yeah, I mean, especially I didn't even know it.
Yeah. We actually have a clip that I would like to show. I don't know if you've seen this. You probably haven't, because this aired in the United States while you were in China. And this is how beloved Kobe Bryant is in his native land of China.
Kobe on the second stop of his annual summer trip to China. About 25,000 screaming fans climbing trees and jamming the streets outside of a sporting goods store.
看到时候我就特别激动，我都一直不停地哭，我眼泪都停不下来。我就看着他们，我一直哭。
What did you do to him?
I don't know.
You have the #1 selling jersey in China, and I think that's particularly significant because your jersey outsells Yao Ming's jersey. And Yao Ming, I don't know if people are aware of this, is Chinese. He's actually from China.
Right. I don't know what to say, man. It's just, you know, I have a good time. We go out there, and they're really passionate about the game. I don't know.
They must love the game. By the way, the remainder of tonight's presentation will be conducted in Italian. Sono stanco, usciamo da qui. Andiamo a prendere un po' di linguini con vongole.
Bello, bravo, sì. Andiamo.
Do you understand what I said?
Yeah, it was a poor rendition of Italian, but I got it, though.
That makes one of us.
I got it.
You spent a lot of your childhood in Italy.
Yeah.
English is not your first language, right?
No, it's actually I'm still an absolute horrendous speller.
A bad speller. You
Terrible.
think that is, you attribute that to learning Italian?
That's my excuse.
Well, your English is very good. I understand you perfectly.
Thank you.
You became a Lakers fan living in Italy.
Yeah.
Did they show Lakers games in Italy?
Yeah, so at the time, my grandfather used to send me tapes of Laker games, because back then, you know, basketball wasn't as global as it is now. So he used to send me tapes. I used to sit, you know, in the living room and watch Magic and Byron and Worthy and Cap and, you know, the whole crew. And I just absolutely fell in love with the Lakers.
Magic Johnson was your favorite player?
Yeah.
Magic Johnson said, and I think this has got to be as good as it gets. Magic Johnson said, "You're the greatest Laker ever."
Man, no.
What do you?
You know, I can't. I grew up watching him, so I learned from him. See what I mean? So the respect goes above and beyond. You know, I will never accept that, because everything that I have, I learned from, you know, greats such as himself. So, you know, it's just I had a chance to go to the Dodger game recently, and you know, I sat with him, and that was really the first time in my 17-year NBA career that we had a chance to sit and talk, and you know, we just shared old stories, and he talked about Bird. Is that
right? You never spent time with him?
No, I never had a chance to sit down and talk like that. And
there you are
actually,
together.
last year was the first time I ever spoke to Larry Bird. I never even met him, which is strange. But
how is that possible?
We never crossed paths. Just never crossed
both
paths.
worked for the Lakers. What was it like when your family moved from Italy to Philadelphia? I mean, was that?
It was different. It was an adjustment.
Yeah. You had to learn to speak English like everyone did, as well as everyone did.
Yeah. Well, you had the kind of some of the insecurities that come along with not being able to speak the language. You know what I mean? So it was like, I learned, thank you, love you too. Knowing how to speak English, but not understanding kind of the slang and
the slang, yeah,
stuff.
the kind of subtleties and the intricacies.
So, you know, playing basketball kind of helped bridge that gap.
Did playing basketball, did that help you be accepted socially by the other kids and that sort of thing?
Well, I mean, a little bit. I mean, there was one kid, it's petty, I know, but whatever. His name is Victor, and I remember
Victor.
His name is Victor.
Little bastard.
Whatever. And he was giving me a hard time about being this foreign kid, and your dad's an NBA player, and you think you're good, but I'm blah, 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 blah. All right. So we played a one-on-one game, and it was like, I swear it was like I don't know, it was like one of those like movie scenes where like in a knife fight or something. It's like everybody standing around watching. Everybody standing around watching, I just devoured the poor kid, and kind of, you know, I'm enjoying rubbing it in a little bit right now.
So Victor was not the Victor.
Yeah, Victor had a tough day.
And he had to change his name to Loser, sadly. And then you, and then you came to California, much like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air from Philadelphia. You said in the past that if you'd gone to college, you would have gone to Duke. Mm-hmm. Are they the ones that offer you the most money?
You know, no. But Coach K, I loved Coach K. Coach K was phenomenal. But I gotta say, you know, the truth has to come out that I loved Duke. Dean Smith sent me a letter and actually said that he was going to stop recruiting me because he believed that I was going to go pro. But if I had to make a decision, I probably would have wound up going to Carolina just because.
Really?
Yeah, because of the competition. So the year before before I graduated, Vince Carter went to Carolina. And the year before, he was the best guard in the country. So I'm saying, yo, I want to play against him every single day because I want to get better. I want to measure myself against these guys. You know, I want to measure myself against competing against a Vince Carter, you know, a Phelps, Rasheed Wallace every day. That's something that I was really looking forward to doing.
Wearing the same uniform that Michael Jordan wore?
Yeah, no pressure there.
You, who else tried to recruit you besides Duke and North Carolina?
Kansas was a big one. The first college letter I ever received was from West Point, Indiana.
Did you consider that at all?
Not really.
Not really, yeah.
I was just excited to get a letter. That was pretty cool.
Do you feel like you missed out on anything by not going to college? The wet T-shirt contest, the spring break, etc.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you miss out on that stuff, but that's the sacrifice that you make. I mean, you go to college. The way I looked at it, you go to college, you get a job, and I have a job sitting right here for me. That's challenging. You get to compete against the best, and I couldn't pass on that.
Do you tell young people not to go to college?
You know, I tell them to follow their dreams. That's what I tell them.
Do you give advice? Are you the kind of guy that gives advice to people?
I'm not really the kind of the patient type to really sit down and give advice. Mm-hmm. You know, it's more
I've heard that about you.
Gear,
I've heard that about you.
You want to do something, do it.
You give it in short bursts.
Yeah.
I have a photograph I'd like to share. It's a shocking photograph. I think it's going to horrify some people in this room, but let's put that up on the screen if we could. This is this is something that would probably have been better destroyed.
No, listen. First of all, I hated the Celtics just as much as everybody here. So, you know, Dennis Johnson, you know, may he rest in peace. Dennis Johnson when I saw him and he was going to be a part of the workout, I wanted to just annihilate him. It was just like Dennis Johnson from the Celtics. You know, I remember what you did to Coop. I remember what you did to Magic, the little elbows and all that stuff. I'm giving it to you right back right now. I don't care how old you are, you're going to get it right now. And so, you know, I wound up having a good time working out for them. I actually had a really good and fun workout with the Clippers. I did. I had a really good workout with the Clippers, and then they told me, this is probably too much information, but
we can't possibly have too much information.
So I had a really good workout with the Clippers, and they told me, they said, you know, this is the best workout we ever seen. So I'm like, oh man, I'm excited. I'm like, I'm gonna come to LA. I said, all right, so you're gonna draft me? No.
No. That's what makes them the Clippers.
Well, I asked them why. I said, listen, for me, as a kid in Philadelphia, you've had like the horrible winters. You know, I'm excited to come out to LA, palm trees and all that, right? So I asked them why wouldn't they draft me? They said, well, we want to turn things around with our organization, and we felt like if we drafted the 17-year-old kid, then the city of Los Angeles wouldn't take us seriously. And so they said, we can't draft you.
They always make the best decisions.
Oh man, dude. That was so much motivation.
I think, 2004 was it that you were considering going to the Clippers? Were you really considering going to the Clippers?
Yeah.
You were?
Yeah.
Even with that stupid uniform they wear, you were going to put that on?
Yeah. I was.
Isn't that like signing an endorsement deal with RC Cola?
I mean, it was really tough because it was a tough period where, you know, Shaq had demanded a trade. Well, just prior to him demanding a trade, and he and I just weren't going to play together anymore. Mm-hmm. It was just the challenge was thrown down. I had to prove that I could win without him, and you know, something had to give. And so I started looking at other teams as being a free agent. But the purple and gold is always been in my heart. So it was very tough for me to have to look at that, look at that option. Fortunate for
you made the right
me.
decision.
Well, I mean, it was Dr. Jerry Buss, man. He had the vision, he had the confidence, he had the belief in me to entrust his organization. With this young, stubborn
Why does
kid.
everybody love Dr. Buss so much? Every player you talk to says the same thing, that the reason I stayed is because of Dr. Buss, and when it comes down to it, the guy that comes in and closes the deal is Jerry Buss.
Well, I mean, he was very, he's Dr. Jerry Buss, man. He was very, he knew exactly what his vision was. He had a very clear plan. When you sit down and you talk to him, he was very patient. He was very understanding, and like I said, he communicated clearly. And for me, he allowed me room to grow as a person. When I first came, I was 17 years old. And I'll be 35, I think. I don't know, 35, 36. I lose count after a while. And he allowed me to grow and mature.
You like Jerry's in general. Jerry West, also someone you were close to. Who took a chance on a teenager.
Yeah.
17 years old. Do you remember? By the way, you were drafted 13th? Is that correct?
13th pick, yeah.
Do you know who was drafted ahead of you?
No.
I suspect that you have the list of names in your head in order.
Maybe a little bit.
Do you?
Maybe a little bit.
You want me to go through it?
Sure.
Allen Iverson, Marcus Camby, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Stephon Marbury, Ray Allen, Antoine Walker, Lorenzen Wright, Kerry Kittles, Samaki Walker, Eric Dampier, Todd Fuller, Vitaly Potapenko. Then you. You got drafted behind Vitaly.
I know.
Should never get drafted behind a Vitaly, just in general.
I think the pick after me was it. I think it was Steve Nash, wasn't it?
I stopped at 13.
Yeah, I think it was Steve. I think it was Steve Nash. I mean, it was
I like the idea that you're acting like you don't know if it was Steve when I know you probably remind him of this every day. What's up, 14? Why didn't you want to play in Charlotte?
It wasn't much of my choice or option. You know, I was actually told that, you know, they really couldn't have used me in Charlotte because at the time they had, you know, they had a lot of guards there already, and they were doing all right, and they didn't. Honestly, they didn't want me. They wanted to trade me, so that's
another great decision. What was it like to be a teenager with a lot of money?
It was cool.
You remember your first big expenditures?
Nah, not really. I'm not really a big. I wasn't big like, you know, I gotta get this car or whatever. I was just all about the game. The game just completely consumed me. That was my focus 100% of the time.
Is it true that when you're in high school you would show up for practice at 5 a.m. and not leave until 7 p.m.?
Yeah.
Do you think that's because you love basketball or because you're crazy?
Both. A little bit of both.
You joined the Lakers the same year as Shaq. Do you remember the first time you met him?
I think what did we do the first time? I think we went out to dinner at Jerry's Deli in Beverly Hills.
How much did he eat?
And I thought it was the coolest thing in the world that he had a cell phone that was like this big. And it was like.
Shaq said that he would sometimes see you practicing without a ball, like that crazy guy in Above the Rim. Who taught you to practice without a ball?
Dude, you can't listen to half the hell the shit that Shaq says, man. You know. I always practice with a ball. I love shooting too much. Of course I had a ball. I'm not doing that.
You and Shaquille against Jordan and Pippen 2-on-2.
Oh, we would win. Just because.
And no free throws.
No, we would win that. I mean, just because, you know, Shaq, you know, I joke around. I like needling Shaq a lot because it's just fun to do that. But the guy was an absolute force, man. Like the stretch that from 2000 to 2003, what this guy was doing is something that, you know, you haven't seen in the history of the game. I mean, NBA Finals averaging 40 and 15. I mean, it was like, you know, he was doing some pretty supernatural stuff, man. And so that matchup just wouldn't work out just because of him.
You and Shaq won 3 titles together. Which was your favorite of those?
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's gotta be number 2. It's gotta be number 2. It still eats a little bit at all of us. I'm sure Robert, you know, Robert's in here somewhere. It probably still eats away at him a little bit too because we should have went undefeated in the playoffs that year. We should have went undefeated, and it bothers us. It still bothers us to this day that we let that game 1 drop.
That is funny. You won and you're still upset.
Listen, man, you know, yeah. We already established I'm a little off.
Yeah. You went to Michael Jordan's, Michael Jackson's. You went to the Neverland Ranch recently. No, you you were at Michael Jordan's 50th birthday party.
Yeah.
Did you bring him a gift?
No.
No. There's nothing you can give him.
No, what I'm gonna give him?
What's your relationship like with Michael?
It's fantastic. I mean, it's you know, a big brother type of relationship.
Is he? Does he give you advice?
Yeah, he does actually. Yeah.
Good advice?
Great advice. I mean, I'll never ever say that. I mean, him and Magic and those guys, and you know, Michael in particular, has really given me phenomenal advice on how to take a team, particularly with the personalities that that we have. and how to better communicate with your teammates, how to better elevate your teammates.
What player in your career did you learn the most from?
Oh, Michael.
Michael.
For sure.
Even though you never played together?
For sure.
Wow. Who's the toughest guy you ever played against?
Toughest guy I ever played against. Depends. I can go by eras actually. So there's a stretch there
I didn't
where
ask you guys. I asked him.
there was a stretch where Allen Iverson was just really. I mean, he was a load to deal with, man. He was really, really tough. And there was a game where he dropped 44 on me in Philadelphia. There was a game in New Jersey where Marbury dropped 50 on me. There's a game where Arenas had 60.
So I hear 70.
Carmelo Anthony is always tough for me to deal with. You know, Durant's always tough to deal with. So I mean, there's a lot of guys, but the guy that always gave me the most problems actually was Tracy McGrady.
Tracy McGrady.
Yeah. Tracy McGrady, man. Tracy McGrady with his, you know, he had all the skills and all the athleticism, but he was 6'9", and he was really, really tough to figure out.
We're going to take a quick break here, but I have a lot to ask you. We're here tonight for a good cause, Kobe and Vanessa's Foundation to End Homelessness. And thank you all for coming. We'll be right back with Kobe Bryant up close. We are here at the Nokia Theater. We've got a full house on hand for Kobe Bryant up close. We're back on the air, everybody. So again, this whole event is put together because of your efforts against you want to kill homelessness, yes?
Right.
Yes,
right.
And thanks to everyone for being here. And I know we are here tonight to try to end homelessness, but if there's only one homeless person in the world, would you be happy if that was Dwight Howard? I'll take that as a yes.
Dwight's a great kid, man.
No, Dwight is not a great guy. I'll speak on your behalf.
Listen, one thing you guys know about me is I have absolutely no filter, and I have no problem saying what the hell I feel. So, he's actually a good kid. He's a good kid. You know, we have different perspectives on what it takes to win and what it takes to be successful, and because of that, we obviously have times we didn't see eye to eye. But you know, it is what it is.
You were part of a group of people that the Lakers put together, assembled to come in and to talk to Dwight to try to convince him to stay in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
But, you know, knowing you, I wonder, at that point, knowing you have to convince someone to stay and play with you, do you write them off at that point? I mean, at that point, do you go, hey, I don't want this guy on my team if I have to convince him to be here?
You know, it wasn't about me. It was about the organization. It's about the organization. It's about, you know, everything that they've done for me throughout my career. And it's about me trying to help them out in any way I can to set them up for the future and for when I retire. It wasn't about me.
When you got injured, Dwight said, and this is a quote, "Now with Kobe out, I understand that I have to do more and be more for this team. This is a great opportunity for me. This is a great opportunity. So there's no need to get down about it. This is a great opportunity for us to do something special and make believers out of everybody." He saw your injury as a great opportunity. Did that bother you at the time?
No.
It didn't.
No, it didn't. You know, I understand that philosophy, and you're trying to, stay positive and motivate the guys. I have absolutely no problems with that.
Because you at one time maybe felt like people said, "Oh, you only win because Shaq is your teammate," and then that drove you to.
I never cared about when other people said that. It never bothered me that people said, "Well, you only win championships because you're playing with Shaq." It bothered me when he said it. You understand? So when he said it, I said, okay, you know what? That's it. Because you know what time it is.
But you told us yourself that you shouldn't listen to what Shaq says. You said you wanted to be a Laker for life, but the Lakers, well, we all know the situation. They might be trying to clear cap space to potentially lure someone like LeBron and or Carmelo Anthony. Are you certain that you will be a Laker for life?
Yeah.
Phil Jackson, another guy you've had a kind of an up and down relationship with, and I think it's up now, right?
I love Phil.
Phil wrote that you were, he said that your philosophy was give me the damn ball, but at a certain point, that changed. You started taking your teammates to dinner, you started socializing with them and treating them like partners. Was that a conscious decision you made, or did that just happen?
It was part of the evolution of understanding, what it takes to enhance the group around you. I was a person that was completely consumed with my craft, and I got to a point in my career where I had to kind of take a step back and start looking outwardly and not looking, internally of how to make improvements, but start looking at others and saying, okay, how can I make him better? How can I improve him? What's he going through, et cetera, et cetera. And that came from, Phil's direction.
And do you feel like your philosophy as a leader has changed significantly over the years?
Yeah, it has actually. My demeanor and my temper probably calmed down maybe a little bit, but just kind of how I view things and how I perceive things it's different. It's different. I go into games now, and when I made that adjustment, looking at what are my guys going through, who's struggling, what can I do to help. And sometimes that might take me out of rhythm of the game, but that's fine because I'd rather me have to try to go through that uphill struggle as opposed to my teammates having to do it.
Will you miss Metta World Peace?
Tremendously.
I really like him. I mean, he's still around, I guess, but what's the funniest thing you ever saw him do?
What's the funniest thing I've ever seen Metta do? He's done anything funny. I mean, he's done some pretty weird. Some pretty weird stuff.
Didn't you? I seem to recall you telling me you met him in the shower.
Well, that's kind of what I was alluding to.
Oh, I see.
It was after we got beat by the Celtics, 2008 in the finals, and I'm in the shower and I'm pissed beyond belief, and I'm just standing there. I'm like in the shower for like an hour, and I just hear, yo, Cole. I turn around and I'm standing in the shower, and he's standing there and he says, "This ain't gonna happen no more. I'm gonna come and I'm gonna help you, and we're gonna win, and this is not gonna happen. I'm gonna have your back." And I was like, like, damn, man, we could like hug it out right now, but not really.
Yeah. Who is the funniest guy you ever played with?
Shaq and Gary Payton, by far. By far.
Who's the smelliest player you ever played with?
Brian Grant, because of his dreads.
The dreads. If you could pick one player to join you on the Lakers, anybody, who would you pick?
Oh, I'd take Derek Fisher back.
Derek Fisher.
That's my guy, man. It's like, we came in this thing together. You know, we won 5 titles together. I mean, that's like.
Even though he's 70 years old?
Well, shit, man, I'm 65.
Do you think Chris Paul should be a Laker right now?
Legally speaking, yeah, he should be. Yeah. David Stern speaking, no. He's gonna love that one. He's gonna. I thought it was. You know, I was working out. I was lifting weights, getting ready, and you know, Chris called me and told me he was coming. You know, and said it was a done deal, and I was like, all right, well, cool. You know, I was. It was kind of mixed reactions because you're losing teammates, you know, and Powell and Lamar, you know, so it's tough. Then he calls me back like 30 minutes later and said, man, you won't believe it. I said, what? David Stern killed the deal, man. That's some bull, la, 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 la. You know, and then it kind of went from there, and then he ended up in LA anyway, so.
Yeah, close but no cigar, I guess. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much does it bother you when the Lakers try to trade Pau Gasol? It seems like it bothers you a lot.
It does. It does. Yeah, it's let me see how can I put this. So we had a stretch where we won championships with, you know, Powell anchoring the offense for us, you know. And then we went through a stretch where, you know, we had Andrew developing, so we tried to work him into things. We had Dwight come, try to work him into things. And through that process, everybody forgot how we won in the first place. So,
right,
you know, so Powell's in a tough spot because everybody's asking him and wanting to see more from him, but he's not getting the same opportunities that he was getting before. So, you know, you can't have it both ways, man.
Yeah, well, that makes sense, yeah. But he's still with you, and that's good.
Yeah. Yep.
You, what's your favorite basketball movie?
The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh.
The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh?
Nobody here probably knows that movie's a cult classic, man. You guys got to get up on that. You know,
he's from Pittsburgh.
Dr. J with the afro. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And then, you know, the conventional ones. You know,
are you planning to write a book anytime soon?
I might as well. Everybody else write books about me. Damn. Might as well write one about myself. I swear, I keep telling Phil, you're gonna have to cut me in on a royalty or something.
Hey, really? Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
Do you know what it will be called? Have you thought about the title of the book?
I might as well just call it Phil.
Just call it Phil? You turn 35 next week. You've accomplished a lot, obviously. What are you most proud of? What that you've accomplished?
Man, it's tough. It's been a long career. You know, 17 years. It's hard to pinpoint in my professional career the things that I'm most proud of. I think it's fun. No, it's definitely not over, but it's fun to kind of challenge. You know, from a 17-year-old kid and kind of challenge what's normal or what the system was. You know, that was pretty cool.
You need less than 7,000 points to break Kareem's all-time scoring record. Is that important to you?
No, you know, I've never given that thought. It was never something that, you know, it was a goal of mine growing up. It's not a goal now. You know, people don't really understand how obsessed I am with winning. I don't care about anything else on the basketball court but winning.
Well, that's what I wonder is everyone knows how competitive you are. How will you handle it when you retire? I mean, you're going to need serious therapy. Do you even have hobbies?
Sure. No, coach. You picture me coaching? My God, no.
Is that something you'd be interested in coaching?
No.
What about owning a team?
If the Lakers want to
sell you the team?
You know, if they want to break me off a little something, I'll definitely jump at that.
Do you think the Lakers will make the playoffs this year?
Nah, I think we'll finish 12th.
All right. We have some questions from the audience. The first one comes from Jerry Trevino. Jerry, where are you, Jerry? Jerry, go ahead and ask your question. Look at how muscular Jerry is. Why, my goodness.
I'm a U.S. Marine, that's why. Nah. Mr. 81, my question to you is, of all your nicknames, which one is your favorite and why?
Like Mamba, Vino.
I like right now. I like Vino right now.
You like Vino right now?
I like Vino right
Vino
now.
is a great nickname.
Yeah, Black Mamba's like, you know, that I enjoy that obviously, and that's the alter ego that I turn into when I step on the court.
Next question is from Mariella Maron. Mariella?
Hi, Kobe. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Just wanted to start off by saying me and my cousin love you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you, Vanessa, for upgrading our seats. My question to you is, what do you think about ESPN stating that the Lakers are going to be in 12th place on the Western Conference this season?
Whoa.
Well, I mean, you know, ESPN gets stuff wrong all the time. I mean, it's, you know, so, but I think it's interesting. I use it as motivation. I use it as fuel. I'm sure we all do on the team. It's you know, last year they picked us to be the favorites, and they were wrong about that. So maybe they're wrong about the 12.
Tracy, you have a question.
Hi, Kobe. Whenever I think I can't achieve a goal, I think WWKD. What would Kobe do?
Thank you.
So my question is, could you please share your secret? You have the most amazing ability to rise up quickly and bounce back from any emotional or psychological adversity. You just bounce back right away. The rest of us would crumble. And simultaneously, you stay in the moment all the time. How?
Can I ask really quickly, why do you want to know this? Are you having emotional problems?
Yes.
Yeah, Kobe, help her, please.
I think there's no real trick to it. It's all really just, to me, it seems very simple because, you know, when you have a situation and you're struggling or you're going through something, and then you step on a basketball court or you're faced with that, you know, the fight or flight option, you have a choice to make. And to me, it's a very easy choice. I'm not going to fold. I'm not going to, you know, crawl up in the ball. I'm just not going to do that. So, you know, you can either let the situation continue to affect you, or you can win at something. So if you're struggling in this area, you don't want to struggle in this area too. You know, so you want to, you know, try to compartmentalize your emotions and focus on what you're doing at that moment in time. And you'll find that when you do that, it brings peace to other aspects of your life as well. There you go.
We have, agreed. We have Hussein. Hussein, is that your name?
Yep.
No, it's not Saddam Hussein. Why is Hussein getting booed?
Yeah. I think he has his arms crossed. I think he has a Dwight Howard jersey on.
Hussein, why are you getting booed? Oh. He did exit out.
he got that on sale.
Yeah, that's it. That should be a refund item at the Lakers store.
I was 90% off.
What is your question?
What's up, Kobe? What's up, Jimmy? I was just wondering, who's the next Kobe Bryant?
Who's the next Kobe Bryant? Is there a young player you have your eye on?
There's several. I mean, the problem is that, you know, the guys that I'm facing now all grew up watching me, so they all have the same attitude and temperament, and, you know, so it's. But the guys that I really enjoy, I really enjoy Westbrook. I really enjoy James Harden and Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving, man, this guy, you know. But they all have that gene. You know, they're all extremely ultra competitive and stubborn. And Nick Young also. Nick Young's actually given me some pretty big numbers in the past. It's like every time I was guarding this guy wouldn't miss.
Have you ever wound up playing against somebody that at one time was a kid in one of your camps?
Well, I played against Westbrook when he was a senior in high school.
Oh, okay.
And I remember thinking, this kid, I mean, he wasn't scared at all. I mean, he was like getting after it. You know, the same Russell that you see now. I mean, he was the same way back then. And you can see the potential.
We have a question here from this gentleman. His name is Mark.
Hey, Kobe, what's up? Thanks for doing this, man. I'm asking this question for my son, Richie, who's sick at home, couldn't make it tonight. If you had to win one game to save your life, and you could pick any 5 players all time, whoever, to be on that team, could include you, could include anybody, who would you pick?
Oh. Well, it seems like you should be on the team.
No,
he really has no role in this.
No, I'll take myself out of it. I'd pick Magic, Michael, Bird, Russell, and Kareem.
Wow. So we have another question from the audience. Yes, what is your name, young man?
My name's Terrell. Terrell.
Yes, you have a question for Mr. Bryant?
Kobe, I have two questions. Obviously, with the injury that you've sustained, undoubtedly one of the most difficult to come back from. Can you share with the audience and the million people that are watching today how cutting-edge technology and science has played a big part in your recovery? Obviously, you're well ahead of what you're doing right now. So can you just share with the audience what that has done for you and what you're going through right now?
I think Terrell's looking for a doctor's appointment.
Well, you know, we actually, there is a neuromuscular therapist that we share. This guy is like one of those genius kind of guys, man, that just knows the human anatomy inside and out. His name is Bryant, and I've been working with him for years. And but yeah, I mean, the procedure was, I was very fortunate. We went into the surgery the next day instead of waiting and letting the scar tissue develop. And we're very aggressive with the therapy. 3 weeks maybe after the surgery, we got right to it. So that's helped a lot.
And Jimmy, just to let you know, with this type of technology and research, especially obviously you think about stem cell research, regenokine, cryotherapy, these are a lot of things that a lot of people don't know. These are not PEDs, by the way. These are not performance-enhancing drugs. These are things that actually allow guys to get back to their perfected craft on the field, on the court, in a faster manner than just regular ice and stem that, you know, traditionally, you know, practiced throughout a lot of the colleges, high schools, and things of that nature. So, like you said, we share a mutual friend in Bryant Betos, and so this is some of the things, like I came back from an ACL injury, obviously getting back on the field, running in like 6.5, 7 months. These are some of the things that now a lot of athletes are flying across the country to get those treatments.
Yeah. But see, you know what though? But that's interesting though.
Save
because
it for
like
the grand jury, T.O. I don't.
Nah, you know, it's interesting because he's touching on something that it might not be a sexy topic for everybody here to listen to. Right. Yeah. That's a critical part because you guys want to win a 6th championship. You got to understand that the recovery things that I do, this stuff, it's cutting edge. I mean, it's you have to be obsessive about the process. You know, you have to be at it all the time. I mean, he came back from a hell of a ankle injury for my dear and beloved Eagles in the Super Bowl and gave it a great effort. And you know, but it's the recovery component is something that it's beyond important for us athletes.
Well, thank God
for me
these
in particular.
doctors, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Thank you, T.O.
No,
we only have one.
I have another question, Jimmy.
Well, we only have 40 seconds left.
Okay, my next question is, how is Vanessa and the kids?
Oh, they're good. V's
right there.
V's here chilling, and our kids are good, and you know, they're playing sports at insanely competitive. And but we're doing,
Kobe,
doing great, man.
I'm sure they're keeping
thank
you
you for doing this. I think I enjoyed talking to you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that Kobe and Vanessa Bryant Family Foundation is a great charity, and thank you all for contributing to it, and thanks to all the sponsors, and thank you. Kobe Bryant, everybody.
Thank you. Oh, wait, thank you.